Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Steve and Colin. I forgot my name.
Hello. Wait. Yeah, that's me. That's me. It's cool.
It's like
Got it.
it's like when people ask my age, and it's like, hang on, let me think about this. What is it? Oh, yeah, it's 43.
I think I've struggled with that every year since I was 23.
Yeah, but that might be down to copious amount of alcohol.
That's fair point.
But it's me. Like your kids probably ask, "What age are you?" And then you go like, "Hang on, let me think about it." And it's like a full 5 minutes for your answer.
It's like, are you okay? You haven't said anything for about 5 minutes.
43. Just shout that.
Wait. No, you're not 43.
Yeah.
Is that not a miscalculation?
Nope.
Shit.
Yep.
Wait, what age am I?
39.
Not yet.
So you're not 39 yet?
No.
Oh, I thought you were the same age as Craig.
No, he is a year older than I am.
Old bastard.
Yeah, and that's why he's having his birthday of that type this year and I'm not.
Yeah. I was wondering. And then other Craig. He also
had his.
Yeah.
And Sean?
Maybe Sean. Yeah. Oh wow. Shit.
I think. Yeah. Sean also.
Oh, man, it should all just came together and just like went booking out in some random place in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that seems dangerous. I've done that before. It never ends well.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm old.
I'm also old.
Yeah.
Just not quite as, I guess, but
no.
It's all much of muchness after like 32.
Yeah. After 32.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just another year, man. Just everyone takes it badly, and I'm like, why? You're going to die. You could have just died like in your 20s if you kind of were unlucky, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if this anime that we're watching has taught me anything, it's like, hey, be sad but be hopeful.
Yeah, exactly. Be sad but hopeful. So anyway, on that happy note,
yeah, cheery.
We're here talking about Kino No Tabi. It's not about a cat.
Kino No Tabi.
Kino No Tabi, even. Not about a cat.
The character's name is Kino.
Yeah.
Not about a cat.
Not about a cat.
Yeah.
Kino's journey. The beautiful world.
Yeah. As I mentioned previously, we're doing the 2003 version, not the 2010s era version of this show. And today we'll be covering episodes 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Starting off with episode 2. Remember I said about how bleak this show was?
Oh, what are you on about? It's not a bleak episode.
Yeah. A tale of feeding off others.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Holy fuck, Colin.
Yeah.
This is the worst in human society.
Oh yeah, they're pretty. It's a story surrounding about pretty vile people.
Oh, so this episode starts off with Kino dressed up in some sort of hazmat suit, going out and shooting a rabbit.
Yeah, in the middle of winter. It's in its winter coat. Oh. Yep.
And
that reminds me of oh, damn it! What are they called? Habitat.
Habitat?
Is it Habitat? It's like, the one with like the wee short cartoons that go. It has like the guy going mouth.
Natural Habitat.
Natural Habitat, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's one where it's ferrets, and it's like the two. There's the parents' ferrets, mum and dad ferret are there and going,
Uh-huh.
uh, are just sitting there in their home when it's like winter outside, and the kid comes
Oh,
down and the kid goes like, and they go, well, huh, where's you going? I'm off to school. We're not without your winter coat. Yeah, you're not the father. You're not the boss of me. And I want to dance.
yeah, I
And
want to
it
dance.
and then
And
he walks out the door, and then they go like, "Wait, I didn't ever stop him from dancing. What's that all about?" And all you see is through the window is the kid that's getting carried off by a hawk. That's visible in the winter.
I don't think we've ever talked about it, but one of the newer ones is about axolotls.
Oh yeah, that's grim. That's grim.
I showed that to my wife, and she was like, "I do not like that." So, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna make a note for myself to leave a link to that particular one in the show notes, or both of them actually. Uh,
Have you ever had incidents like that with your kids?
Not with limbs.
Not with limbs.
Continue.
Um. Anyway, yeah, so she shoots the rabbit, in his winter coat, and then kind of like contemplates over it. It's like, oh, yeah, I killed this thing. Okay. And then they have this big conversation, uh, or there's a flashback where she basically goes around the snow with Hermes, who's on a pair of skis, to travel. So if you wondered how the motorbike is traveling through snow, that's how it's traveling through snow. It's on skis. And they cover a truck that is stuck with the three people who are basically
Yeah.
starving to death. And they're like, oh, we have all the food. We are going to help us. It's like, okay. So she did. And then Hermes is like, why are you helping these strangers? Type thing. It's like, oh, it's kind of the right thing to do. But you're kind of struck by killing the rabbit for it.
She does question. It's like I don't. She does
Morality.
question why she's choosing morally those people over the rabbit.
Yeah, yeah. And she doesn't have an answer. I suppose they're human.
No,
I think.
they're human, and therefore it makes it more morally right.
Yeah. It's the
Should mention that also has some of the most realistic skinning and cutting up of an animal animations I've seen in a while.
yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, they only did it once.
Still though.
So she then returns to the truck, and goes, I got rabbit, and then the guys are like, oh yeah, just hand it over, we'll eat it now. It's like, no, you can't do that. It's raw meat. That's a bad idea. You might get
You'll
sick.
get sick.
Yeah. I'll make you some rabbit stew or soup or something.
Yeah.
And then she goes, skins the rabbit and puts the pelt over a branch.
Yep.
And then basically, because she couldn't give her rations to them, because she needs them herself.
Yeah. And she just sticks to her rations while they eat the rabbit stew.
Yeah.
She also gives them some vitamin tablets or something to go with some water to help them get their strength back.
Yeah. Which is good, because
because they perk right up.
Yeah.
They're doing pretty good, and effectively the plan seems to be we just need to keep this up for the next few days. Hopefully the snow will have calmed down enough that we can start to try and get the truck loose again, and you can be on your way.
Yeah. But the reason why it's good, because apparently, right?
Apparently,
you can't live off rabbit meat.
No, you can't. Which is a big talking point for the movie Us, which I won't say any more about if you haven't watched it.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, don't remember that. That's the one we watched in the summer, right?
Yeah. It's a really good movie.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Can't live on it. I believe it's something like not enough protein or something on it.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're right.
And
It definitely doesn't have the right nutritional balance, and I think it can eventually actually kill you.
yeah, well, especially in this country, because if you not like release what was the disease released into the animals that made them crazy?
Myxomatosis.
Myxomatosis. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't eat rabbits in this country.
Yes.
Anyway, so there you go. Insights.
Oh, it would cause protein poisoning.
Protein poisoning.
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually there's a term, rabbit starvation,
Oh,
which is like you can have rabbit, but eventually you'll die of protein poisoning.
you can't eat rabbit. Yeah. All right.
You can't eat rabbit alone.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's feeding them off and there, and then they got better. And essentially regaling about things around the campfire, about their society, how they're like no like weird traders, and they have like a end of trading festival when all the traders come back.
Yeah, all the traders come back alive. Then they start the festival, and then one of the traders gives Kino a ring that was for his bride to be, I guess.
Yeah, his betrothed.
And effectively saying is that we're going to get married on that day on the festival. It'll be such a big occasion. It's like, oh, that's nice. Like you're helping these people get back to their loved ones.
Yeah.
And then we kind of continue the next couple of days of heading out, killing a rabbit, hanging the skin up on the branch. Happens a couple of times. Sorry?
Praise for the rabbit.
She does, yeah.
Yep. And it's again the morality of the story. It's like, and Hermes goes essentially saying, "Why are you? What's the difference from you killing this rabbit for yourself over there?" And it's like, "Oh well, I suppose I killed it because I need it more."
Yeah,
but
so you kill rabbits all the time.
Yeah.
Why is it a problem now? It's like, well, I can be the judge of whether I need it or not.
Yeah.
It seems like she doesn't like being the judge of that for other people.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, they're basically doing that, and they get better, and they're like, "Oh, the snow's melting," because they see like the snow's falling off the trees. Like, oh, great. And it was like, our fault, we kind of got stuck in this mess, and we trade goods type thing and stuff like that. And eventually, also the snow's melting, and then they're like heaving off. It's like, Jesus, Hermes is pretty strong, like.
Yeah, pulling that huge truck.
Yeah, pulling the truck out.
It's crazy.
Yeah, with like these three like malnourished people.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yep. Anyway, so they get out, and then they kind of call her over and goes, "Hey, come over here."
Right? Can I say? Can I say? Immediate. Oh, this is fucked.
Yeah.
Just watch. It's like, yep, this is terrible. Like, whatever's about to happen here. Like, we are about to, like, things are about to go from 0 to 100 really fast.
Yeah, and we're not talking about not talking about our knives. So
well,
yes,
they shout her over.
Yeah, and then they're not at the back of the truck, like she thought she was, and they are at the front, and the guy's pointing the guns like, "Yeah, you're going to be our new,
You're young."
Yeah.
And, you know, we could get some money for you. And she goes, "Oh, you're slave traders."
Yeah.
Like, oh, good fucking God. And then we look at the back of the truck.
No.
To find, is that not yet? Is
no,
that after?
That's after the whole, she doesn't get a chance. Just like, yeah, drop all your, drop your gun. And it's like, okay. She drops her gun. And the guy goes, "Wait, drop
Drop
your
your other gun."
because you didn't kill those rabbits with that gun."
No, and she also didn't kill the rabbit with that gun either. It was like a rifle she killed the rabbit with.
I think it was the weird knife thing that she has.
Really, that's a good point. Because I take his point. Is like she didn't kill the rabbit with that pistol, but then when he talks about the other gun, I was like, I don't think she killed the rabbit with that gun either.
Yeah, but she didn't drop any other guns. She only dropped those two guns. And then it's like,
Yep.
drop your knife.
Plural.
All of them. And it's like Harry's like, Jesus, how many do you have? And then they're just like gawking at her. She's like throwing down like 15 knives or 10 knives or something on the ground.
Yeah.
And then she has like this, and it's like, this is my last one. Well, drop it. And it's like, hang on. And then, like a true Western / like samurai, maybe distraction happened as a bit of snow drops on the branch, and she shoots the knife in right between the forehead.
Laser guided knife.
Yeah,
right through the forehead.
Right into the forehead, almost like the ninja star in that's goddamn ninja.
Oh, in Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Murasaki. Yeah, you're right.
And then they're like, "Oh, what?" And then they got like startled by that, and she managed to run up and basically stab one of the guys who's just had sticks as his weapon, in right in the spine, in the back. And then his cohort just like goes shoots him anyway, so he's dead. And then I think she knocks him over and basically points the gun at him.
Yep.
And then just shoots him. And then they look into
to summarize. Yeah, then we go to the back of it. But to summarize, remember here, we've gone from this is a nice story about Kino helping out two guys who've been stuck in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, they're slave traders. They were going to trade her. She murks all three of them with like very careless abandon.
Mm-hmm.
And then goes to look at the back of the truck, where it turns out, oh, they've been here a while. They ate all the people who were in the back of the truck.
Yeah, they were cannibalistic.
They ate the people.
Yeah.
The guy did mention about some stock that they lost.
Yeah.
Not what I thought.
No. I thought they were just trading food.
At worst, I thought they were arms dealers.
Yeah.
I did not think they were going to be slave traders who had cannibalized their own stock.
Yeah. But she just kind of like closes the thing and goes, yeah, they don't have any merchandise anymore or something like that.
Yeah, they don't have anything left to trade.
And then Hermes like, what, you mean people? The slaves.
Should mention actually one of the character traits of Hermes is that they always get words wrong.
Yeah, I love that one. I love that trait.
I forget what all of the words are, but it's like, oh, this? No, Hermes.
Yeah. She then gently has like the finger in the air going, no, it's that.
No.
Yeah.
But this is the point where Kino's like, that was really close.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was really close.
Yeah. She never thought she'd get to a situation like that again.
No. And it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Drive away. I can't remember any like subtitled cards.
I don't remember I think Hermes asks Kino if she is like, would you do the same thing again?
Yeah.
Like to help them. And it's like I think there's like a to me there doesn't seem as good a moral in this one. This one is just people are shit sometimes, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I was looking at the morality of like there's a question about it in sense of it's like sort of probably more of a thought of like how morality of what right do we have to take lives of people essentially, and
yeah,
because it was all about the that's what the focus on the rabbit was, taking the life of
Because
that over.
the rabbit skins on the tree branches, it was very much. It almost felt very much an eye for an eye, because it was 3 lives for 3 lives.
Yeah, yeah, I think that was the weird metaphor in this one, and it's like we've got 3 rabbits and we've got 3 guys, and then that just basically kills the guys essentially, and there's like, well, that's a sacrifice to the sacrifice I made for the rabbits. I suppose is kind of the quality there.
It's a balancing of the equation. It's that I took your lives in good faith
Yeah,
to help someone, and those lives ended up not being that wasn't a fair trade. So I'm taking it back
yeah,
a little bit. So
yeah. It's
man,
yeah. I mean, it is Kino's journey, and
holy shit.
I suppose not all journeys are uh, straightforward, with their ups and
True.
downs. Again,
How do you?
Hmm?
No, go on.
No, I'll just say again. I was just going to say that it had good artistic kind of viewing in it. Like I kind of like the use of the kind of like white space that they use.
Mm-hmm.
It has the blue.
The blood on the snow in certain instances as well is very impactful. Like there's a lot of that in Eastern cinema, like a lot of kung fu movies. House of Flying Daggers is a particularly like really good scene of a fight in the snow with like these really striking red streaks across like just blankets of white snow.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So you're going to ask how do you rate this?
Yep.
Um, I mean, you know, so the story is grim in this one. I'm not going to put it past it. It's, the people that she said were obviously weren't good people
Monsters.
because
Yep.
essentially they were like, oh, thanks for saving us. By the way, we're going to like now just use you as stock, and it's like, oh, that's great.
They could have just let her go
Yeah, they could have
as a thank you.
yeah, they could have like had mercy, but they didn't. But on the whole hand, I enjoyed the story. It's a good story. It comes across in a good meaningful way. It has a good animation. So once again, I would have to say probably an 8. So
This is a 10 for me.
a 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's it's just like it is excellently done.
Yeah.
Like it is shot for shot really beautiful. The integrity of the story is fascinating, and the kind of weighing up of what a life means, what one life means to another, and it is really sort of a really human thought that I like. And then like just it all going completely off the rails in like a matter of a minute is wild.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the kind of like I get you'll hear that from me like about many things, but like I think you know this is a piece of animation that animation feels right for it.
Yeah.
It feels like the right medium. Weirdly, for some reason, like I feel like you could try to tell this story, and I think it would be very impactful. But I feel like the medium with which it's shown makes it incredibly impactful. It's really really well done. It is absolutely excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bleak as fuck, but like excellent.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Well, we can leave Bleak behind and move on to absolute confusion, if you like.
Well, I want to go back and you were talking about like the snow and the grey effects. and I just want to just talk about like the new Assassin's Creed, man. It's just Tenchu, but it has the well, I suppose Tenchu had that too, but it was Black Blood because it's just black and white, solid black and white. But they got they do the black and white gore scenes where it goes black and white and you get the red blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like I do like that styling. I'm not sure. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan, so I'm not really sure like if I will play that. I will say though, Assassin's Creed 2 is one of the best games I've ever played. So
that was it. That's the one I played. That's the one that piqued me, and I played it far too much.
Real good. It was real good.
And then I think the closest one Assassin's Creed game, which wasn't Assassin's Creed at all, that I played was the Lord of the Rings game.
Oh, Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of Mordor, yeah, which had a nice mechanic about the generals.
What was it called?
I keep wanting to say Cumbernauld when anyone says that. Only the West Coast Scots people get that.
What was it called? Nemesis, the Nemesis system.
Yeah.
But yeah. Actually, what was I thinking about earlier on? So if I was to say to you, Eeksy Peeksy.
Eeksy Peeksy.
Would you know what I meant?
Was he like one of the general leaders?
No. We're back to Scots here.
Eeksy.
So like if I was to say to you that something was Eeksy Peeksy.
Eeksy Peeksy. I assume that means like either easy peasy or I've never heard the term.
Like equal.
Yeah.
Like 6 and half a dozen. It's Eeksy Peeksy.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you know what I meant if I said Aki Peevy?
Aki Peevy.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No, man. It's not one that it's been used in my upbringing.
It just tickles me every now and then where I'll be like having a conversation with other people who are from Scotland and I'll use a phrase and they're like, what is that?
Yeah, you Achilles, man.
It's the West Coast shit it's the good shit, man.
Yeah, but technically, well, I lived my life in the East Coast, but my family's West Coast, but I never heard them say that. Eeksy Peeksy.
Eeksy Peeksy.
But Dad used to go, there's an airy, and you go, where? In the air, up there, and he was talking about airplanes.
It is funny, like Scots language. I think the best is dreich.
Dreich is a good word. It's the best word.
So descriptive.
And har.
Or dur.
Dur. Har.
Har,
yeah.
Dur. Yeah. Anything to do with the weather tends to be really well described.
Yeah, I was in the BT call center, speaking to some English lass on the phone about their issues, and it's like, how's the weather up there? Oh, the Hars just came in. Har? What's that? Oh, yeah, like sea fog. It's like, oh, that's a quality word. I like that term. And
it's really good.
Yeah. She also
to be fair, I'm sure I've said this before, but my favorite one that I've done to other people is when I told them that my squishers on my car had stopped working.
Yeah, squishers on the car, man.
And they're like, what? It's like, like your squishers. You're like, oh, like the windshield washers, and it's like, yeah, but like your squishers,
Yeah.
like like squishy cream. No, nobody. No,
okay. Don't talk about squishy cream. That's something else.
Nah, squishy cream is what you call canned cream.
Yeah. Squishy cream, man.
But whipped cream, canned cream, and you're like, no, it's like it squishes. Like what else? And then you're like, well, what does squish mean? You're like, oh fuck, never mind. It's just a nightmare. who was the comedian that did the whole thing about reading naughty books on the radio but drunk?
Don't know, man.
And he referred to the windshield wipers as the wishy whoppers.
Windscreen wipers.
Because he was basically like drinking whiskey, and you could hear him like pouring the drink, and he's like, he had like a cup of tea and like poured that and drank it, and he's like, but he had a refill, and then drank another one, and he goes, and then he made some toast and pours a whiskey. It's really good. It's like, then he poured a bath.
It sounds like what's his name from what was his name? Reverend Iron Jolly type of deal.
Oh, like yeah. It's not Ricky Fulton.
Ricky Fulton. Yeah.
It's Mick Miller, is who it is. I would very much recommend that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's another note taken there.
Episode 2.
Episode 3.
Wait, yeah. Episode 3. Shit.
Yeah,
go for
we
it.
started at 0.
Explain this one, because I can't.
Oh, this one. This is all over the place.
I'm just going to listen to you talk. There's no continuity in this for me.
Oh,
I know the lesson at the end, but nah.
Continuity. I don't get the middle part. So basically, it's Kino, and she's kind of there. She's just looking at the stars at the start, and the seeing the stars are pretty good. I can't remember exactly what it is, and then they travel on to the next county, which was what was it, the town of prophets or something, prophecy.
Yeah, effectively, this works by she arrives at a place, and they have a book that is a prophecy.
Yeah,
Book of prophecy, and it's interpreted by this priest saying that the world is going to end.
It's a country that the world's going to end, or I think something like that.
Oh, we should say that the episode name is Land of Prophecies.
Land of Prophecies, yeah. So basically, yeah, they arrive at this place and everything's free, essentially, because they're saying, "Oh, yeah, you can stay here for 3 days, but like the world's going to end like tomorrow night. So guess you got the room for free." Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, that's cool."
She goes on a clothes shopping spree as well.
Yeah. Just a shopping spree, and everyone's like, "Yeah, have all these. It's free." It's like, "Oh, great prices." And then it goes to the thing. "Oh, can I get all this?" And then, "By the way, how much is it?" "Oh, it's free." "Oh, then can you put this extra thing in?" Well, okay. And then there's like she's just standing watching this like crowd in front of a priest shouting like, "The prophecy is ending. It says this, and therefore the world's going to end after 40 days or something of nights of the moon, and it's going to end tonight." And she's like, "All right, we'll see what happens there." And she's talking to this old couple and says, "Yeah, what are you going to do when the world ends?" And it's like, "Tomorrow, or something." She says, "Oh, I'm going shopping. It's great prices." And so she wakes up the next day and the world hasn't ended, and the priest is like, maybe there was a lunar eclipse at some point, so maybe that didn't really count as a rising of the moon." And then
the northern priest has another idea.
Then the northern priest comes in and it basically states, "Oh no, it's something like this. It's going to happen next year or something."
Oh, it's 30 years. Oh. It won't occur for another 30 years, and everyone's like kind of outraged and asking her for all. It's like, "Hey, remember all that stuff we gave you?" And she's like, "Yes, it was very kind of you." Yeah. And they all go like, "Ugh.
Yeah.
I guess we can't ask for it back."
Yeah. And then she leaves the place. She does her 3 days, and then she leaves.
And she goes to another place where she steps in, and this place is having some sort of celebration.
Yeah. So she comes up to the door of the city, and the guard at the door is just kind of lying over, going, "Oh, yeah, what is it? I think, and then it's like, hey, I'm here to visit, and it's like, oh, visitor, fuck, wow, here, sign all this shit, and he can come in, and then he starts ringing the bell and getting really excited that he's coming in. So he comes in, and uh, essentially it's the land of traditions or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah, the land of traditions.
so she comes in and gets a big welcome. And it's like, oh yes, this tradition is to mark the day that the great cat did something, because they're all wearing cat ears and doing cat dances and stuff. And she's like, oh, all right, that's cool. Thanks for showing me the traditions. See you later.
Gotta go. Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah,
This is a bit weird for me.
yeah,
Uh,
and then they're like, oh, that didn't work either. Get rid of the cat ears. And this guy comes and collects all the cat ears in the box.
yeah,
Uh,
gonna try something else to see if we can get the next person to stay. I
yeah.
guess.
And then she gets flagged down by a mysterious woman to go to the thing. She's, all right, okay. And then this guy just basically says, "So, what do you think of the town there?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, it's kind of weird with traditions." "Oh, isn't it?" "Yeah, it's they've always do that. They have like a tradition for every new traveler, and nothing sticks, so they keep changing it." But in that sense, don't they already they have a tradition?
Their tradition is we try new traditions.
Yeah, and he goes, "Well, it's a bit sad that this is going to happen. Once they realize that that won't happen anymore, because they don't realize it, and they kind of how we laugh." And then it basically tells us this history where they overthrew the king and threw him out,
Mm-hmm.
and he's actually the descendant of the king.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because the king got expelled from the kingdom,
Yeah,
and he's the distant relative
yeah,
in the lineage.
yeah. And then they leave that place, then go to
She goes to the sad land.
the sad land. Yeah, and she's on
A gondola.
a gondola with this guy just in the back, kind of pushing the thing, and goes, "Man, this place is really fucking sad. It's like the saddest place ever."
Let me tell you some real sad shit
Yeah,
about a guy who commissioned a poet
it was the king.
to.
It was the king.
It was the king, yeah.
So-
The king, after the queen died, commissioned a poet to write a poem about the death
Yeah.
of the queen.
What was it?
And then the poet died. Oh no, the
Oh.
queen committed suicide.
No, that was that.
No, wait, he committed suicide?
No.
Somebody committed suicide.
No. You got that completely wrong. So basically, the poet was meant to be the best poet. He could make a poem about anything. So the king asked him to make a sad poem, but he didn't
Yeah.
understand the concept of being sad. So his wife committed suicide.
That's what I said. His wife committed
He
suicide.
said the queen committed suicide. He's not the king. The king's wife didn't die. It's the poet's wife that died.
Oh.
And
Oh well.
and as soon as that happened, because she basically went, "Don't worry, dear, I got it." Because he was actually getting quite sad and tormented by the fact that he couldn't write a sad poem.
Sure.
And he had
sure.
had 90 days to do it, otherwise he was getting exiled or something, or executed.
Something like that.
So on last night, the mother, the wife, like, "I've got something I'll help you," and she
Let me
basically,
help you out.
he's on the top of a cliff, and she goes like, "Hey dear, here, this will help you," and she basically just like slits her throat, and the animation of her
That's
is just like going, flying backwards,
Yep.
which is like,
Okay. This makes much more sense now.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then he basically goes to the court for the king's court, and basically spouts out this like really sad song. But
Yeah.
for I don't know how long, it was pretty much the entire life.
Yeah.
I assume
And then
about 10 years.
then he dies.
Then he dies.
No. It's 10 years after he dies. That they arrange for a girl
No.
from the sad land to do the thing.
No. So he dies, and his daughter has basically been with him the whole time as he's spouting out this really sad song, sad poem, and she then starts spouting the poem for 10 years. and then they agreed that they'll get for every 10 years they'll change the girl to
Yeah.
spout the poem.
So 10 years after he dies, they choose another girl to do the poem.
I mean, technically, yeah, but he had like his daughter do it first.
Yeah.
And then
I'm just saying that's the span of time.
Yeah, and then she stopped, and then I continued, and they just basically say this poem constantly for like 10 years. Like,
yep.
And then so she's basically, I think, checking out at the hotel or something. And the guy's, oh, you're like the second traveler that came through here. The last traveler took like a note of the book, a note of the sad poem, and wrote it in a book, and left. And they went, oh, right,
some sort of book of prophecy.
Yeah, yeah. Because it turns out that poem is the prophecy that town is trying to decipher, but it was just basically a poem of complete sadness. And then this is a bit kind of confuses.
Kino's out camping.
Yeah, so I think this basically looks back to the start.
We're looking up at the stars
because it's the same star set. It's up there.
Yeah.
And then they're having a talk about something, and it's like, "What's that noise?" And then like you just see like tanks just driving by the entrance of the forest, and then Randall's shoulder comes in, and basically like, so, "Oh, are you from that village?" She's like, "No." Oh, that's good. We're off to annihilate it because
we're gonna kill them all.
Because we had to pick up prophecy, and the only way to stop it is to kill this thing because it's on about a green plate. And this village is on is a coastline is circular, like a green plate.
Yeah.
And therefore we're going to kill it. And like I think Hermes props up and goes like, "What? Why annihilate? Isn't that a bit extreme?" It's like, it's the only way to be sure. He spouts off that, and it's like, "Oh, I got a better join," and then runs away, and then that's the end of the episode. I don't get the village of traditions in the middle of this.
This is both a really muddy and heavy-handed metaphor.
Yeah.
The whole point of the episode is to show that, like, I imagine it's pushing a little bit on religious texts and interpretation and what they can cause. Like, you can take the good from things or you can take the bad from things.
Mm-hmm.
And like ultimately the sad poem, albeit sad, the whole concept of the poem was in remembrance of love and the sadness of loss.
Yeah.
But the interpretation of that, like however you take that, and like we've gone from the world's going to end to we should invade because they need to die. Because they're the problem.
Yeah, that's it. It's like all over the place, and like how
the village of tradition, I feel like, is just almost the idea of it's almost like the process of interpretation.
Yeah,
the reason that I guess it's like the reason that these things stick is that people engage with them, right?
Yeah, is it more the fact that they don't stick to that village is more of the way to look at it. That's kind of the ray of hope from it. Like, don't believe in your like scripture and text because it is essentially just written down by someone, and it is always differently interpreted. It's constantly changing. The interpretation of its changes.
I guess so. But it feels like their interpretation is changing constantly, though, as well.
Well, yeah, but they don't have
something to nail to the wall.
Yeah,
but I think it's that feeling of, in the absence of it, there is a desire for tradition.
Yeah.
In the absence of something to give you it, there's a desire to have it.
Yeah.
and like she mentions, it's like, oh, it is a little bit like they already have a tradition in that they don't have a tradition and they keep trying to find traditions.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it does feel like they will settle on one. As they mentioned, it's like one day that'll be a shame because the tradition they had will be over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they'll have that one tradition.
Or yeah. I suppose so. So basically, this moral of the story is like basically keep an open mind, which is maybe
interpretation is 9/10 of the law.
Interpretation is 9/10. I mean, yeah, that's true because
hang on,
the interpretation.
I need to write that down. That's going to be this episode title.
Because like the interpretation of the 9/10 of the law is adequate to that. Anyway, what was I going to say? Damn it! I was thinking the interpretation of things, like whether it's like religious script or whether it is just like a story or the artist thing itself. I sure I had it. Damn it!
Can I jump in and say potentially it's that people will take what they want from it?
Yeah, that's it. But never take it too seriously.
Well, I think that's your interpretation of that. I think like is the idea is that how to avoid things like that. But I don't feel that that's the moral of the story here. The moral of the story is that people will interpret however they want it to because it's like their life and they will interpret it in a way that benefits them.
Yeah. But it could also be like to their downfall.
Well, I think the fact that they end up going to war to me says is that the interpretation of that has now changed to their benefit, which is it's like all we need to do is go and kill these people. Oh well, let's go and do that.
Yeah,
because then everything will be fine.
Yeah, that's a different. I think that's just some other different people that has the same book. Somehow it's a religious book. Yeah.
How do you rate this one then?
This one, I think this is a good 8, 7. I don't really have anything. Maybe a 7 because it is a bit convoluted. This one.
I'm not a big fan of this one.
Yeah,
it's a little bit all over the place. Like I think some of the scenes in it are very beautiful. Like I think and like some of the actual text and things is really interesting and concepts. But I think I'd say a 6. Yeah. It's just not. It just didn't vibe with me this one as much.
Had different.
I think for something with like, sorry,
had different eyes in this one.
Yeah, like
the
I don't know.
The Land of Traditions had like weird solid
non-Pac-Man eyes.
Yeah, it had like solid blue eyes and shit like that.
Yeah, like to me, it's like it is kind of a very thinly veiled, kind of. This is what happens when you leave people to interpret things. Like everyone find their own interpretation, and people will group by that interpretation and fight over interpretations. And there's a desire to find yourself as part of an interpretation, which I guess is maybe part of that middle bit as well. But yeah, it's not the best. Like I think particularly, especially coming off the back of the last episode, that is incredibly strong, and coming into this one, it's a bit more. It's fine, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's all right. I mean. Yeah, it's over there, but it has nice scenes. Like the poet is different animation style. He's like
it's gorgeous. It's really nice. Like that whole scene with the suicide and things like that. Yeah. It just looks incredible. It's really striking.
Yeah, it's very
even more artful. So when I can interpret it, knowing the way that it's supposed to be interpreted.
Yeah, that might not help your liking of this episode.
No,
it's like
I mean, like even with that, it's still like
not realizing that his wife went and committed suicide, so he can feel the sadness.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I must have like looked away or stopped listening for like a couple of seconds, and then gone back to it and gone, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, Queen killed herself.
Ironically, my interpretation of this was different.
Yeah.
Fortunately, though, we've taken a lesson from it, and I'm not like going to start warring with another state because of it.
What was your interpretation? What was the other? What was?
Well, I'm saying like my interpretation of what was happening at certain points was actually not what was right. You've corrected me, and I am not standing by my assumptions of that interpretation. I am like quite amenable to change. So
You're having an open mind.
yeah, it's either gotta have that open mind.
Yeah.
Change mindset.
Yeah.
Get rid of your closed mindsets.
Yeah. Keep the open mind, man. Just like that's what I was going on with the traditions. They have an open mindset. They're not scared to try something different.
Yeah, it's a valid point.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to question things like, have we ever really been to the moon? Is the Earth actually round?
No, it's not round.
It's elliptical.
It's slightly squished.
Like a flat plate.
Not flat Earth style, but yeah.
With ice walls and a firmament, right?
Yeah, and the four elephants underneath on a turtle.
On the back of a giant turtle.
Yeah. Why not?
We're not flat earthers, and we have definitely been to the moon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, we haven't had to call out for stupid conspiracy theories in a long time now.
We haven't. If you're a believer in the flat Earth, get in touch.
Oh,
I'd love to talk about it.
No. Just send us your conspiracy theories, please. Just leave it in the comments and hope it doesn't get flagged by YouTube bots. If we don't have a comment like that on our YouTube, where it's like, what happened to my comment? And we're like, what comment?
Oh, yeah, the guy was like, oh, thanks for reporting my comment.
Yeah.
I was like, we didn't.
We didn't.
Like,
what are you on about?
And then he called us nobodies. It's like, no, I know, but we didn't flag your comment.
We don't care too much unless it's really fucking out there.
No. Also, I don't think I've ever done any moderation.
Yeah. I think there's a bot. I've got some.
There's a bot that does that.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah.
I don't do that. If you said something egregious and got blocked, that's not my fault.
Yeah. That's all your guys' fault. Anyway, don't blame us. Blame society.
Yeah, don't blame us. TM. You've been listening to Who's That Anime, an anime podcast about anime. Our home is at anchor.fm/Who's That Anime, and the podcast can be listened to where all podcasts can be listened to, Spotify, etc. We really appreciate if you like what it is we do, that leaving a review would be super cool. If you've already left a review or can't, telling a friend about the show is also really cool. We never want to have ads in this ever. So another way to help us on a more financial sense, if you want to support us in that way, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Who's That Anime. There are different tiers to engage with there, including ones that get you early access to episodes of this show and our other show, 5 Minute Fusion, which is a journey through everything Dragon Ball. So if you'd like to check that out too, you can. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Who's That Anime, where we post the latest episode releases and the occasional anime meme. We have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes, and you can also find the RSS feeds for both the free feeds of this podcast, Who's That Anime, and 5 Minute Fusion. You can find that by going to youtube.com and searching for Who's That Anime, or youtube.com/@Who's That Anime. Colin and I occasionally like to play video games. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hailpayman. And you can find the archives of those at youtube.com by searching for couchfuel or searching for @hailpayman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we good.
Yeah, that's it.
Whoa.
End of another episode. Two episodes in, man.
Wait, to the season 15?
Yeah.
Yes. 4 episodes into the oh god.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
a thing.
Oh,
It's been a while.
Has been.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
But we'll return again soon.
Yeah.
It's not weird for everyone else. They've been here the whole time. It's just us.
Just us.
It's weird for.
Yeah.
We're making it weird now.
Making it weirdly awkward.
I'm gonna make this weird.
Yeah. I'm good at doing that.
Sing us out, Colin.
Yeah. Well, we'll catch you next week. Same anime time, same anime place, same anime journey.
Bye.